The sun dawned golden over the Garden of Eden, a place of perfect beauty and endless bounty. God had created the first man, Adam, forming him from the dust of the ground and breathing the breath of life into his nostrils. Adam lived in harmony with all creation, but God saw that he was alone. One day, as Adam slept deeply, God took one of his ribs and fashioned the first woman, Eve. When Adam awoke and saw her, he was filled with joy, recognizing her as bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. They were given one command: they could eat of every tree in the garden, except for the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for in the day they ate of it, they would surely die. They lived in perfect innocence, walking with God in the cool of the day. Then came the serpent, the most cunning of the creatures God had made. It approached Eve, asking, "Did God really say, 'You must not eat from any tree in the garden'?" Eve corrected him, explaining the rule about the one forbidden tree. The serpent was persuasive and insidious. "You will not certainly die," it hissed. "For God knows that when you eat from it your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." Eve looked at the fruit. It was beautiful, seemed good for food, and offered wisdom. Against God's clear word, she took a bite. Then she gave some to Adam, who was with her, and he ate too. Immediately, their eyes were opened. They were no longer innocent. They realized they were naked, and in a rush of shame, they quickly sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. Later, they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden. They hid among the trees. "Adam, where are you?" God called. Adam replied, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." The ensuing conversation revealed their transgression. When God asked Adam why he had eaten, Adam blamed Eve, saying, "The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it." When God questioned Eve, she blamed the serpent. God clothed them in tunics of skin and drove them out of the Garden of Eden, placing cherubim and a flaming sword to guard the way back to the tree of life. Adam and Eve began their lives outside of Eden in a fallen world, but with the hope of a promise for the future.